This is the WJTS News. In tonight's news, the Honeyburg Chamber of Commerce held their annual luncheon today. Kimball International has been certified as an Achieve Well company, and a few local communities are receiving broadband funding. In sports, Kurt Guxell talks with Jasper Wildcat football coach Tony Ahrens. And on WJTS Inform, Bridget Bartley joins us in the studio with information on the upcoming Sips, Samples, and Songs fundraiser for Anderson Woods. All this and more coming up on the 18 WJTS News. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Bill Potter with the WJTS News. Tables filled at venue 1408 Thursday for the Honeyburg Chamber of Commerce annual meeting. Business and community leaders gathered to review the year, network, and celebrate in anticipation of naming this year's award recipients. Sarah Schrader, Executive Director of the Honeyburg Chamber, discussed the year in review. Membership sits at 130 for 2018. It's only a drop of 4 from 2017. Schrader attributes this to a few businesses closing, but says the chamber remains optimistic as several new businesses are coming into the local area. She highlighted events from the year such as Garden Gate, the Colts Fan Fest, and the DuBois County Bicentennial Block Party that was hosted downtown on 4th Street. She also listed accomplishments such as partnering with the Ferdinand Chamber for regular networking breakfasts, their successful Start Your Business Your Way series, and Chamber 19, a newsletter publication to streamline chamber communication. 3 awards were presented in total. The Golden Leaf Award recognizes a business that went above and beyond to serve the best interest of the Honeyburg area. This year's recipients were Chuck and Jean Walk, owners of Fat and Sassy. The Walks stated they consider this a family award. The Next Generation of Leadership Award recognizes an emerging leader who demonstrates focus and drive in both their professional and personal life. The 2018 Al Mihaljevic Next Generation of Leadership Award was presented to Emily Meyer, owner of the Art Factory on 4th Street. Emily Meyer plays a vital role in downtown events and always stands and is always the first to volunteer and the last one cleaning up at the end. Finally, the Business of the Year was presented to Touch of Class for outstanding business growth and values. Touch of Class is celebrating over 40 years in Honeyburg. The featured speaker wrapped up the event, sharing lesser-known stories about DuBois County and the surrounding area. This year's speaker was DuBois County native, history lover, and local author Lee Bilderback. He told of the wilderness that once covered the area, mentioning the 190-foot yellow poplars that once stood where the crowd was seated. He also touched on pioneers moving across the land along the Buffalo Trace, Portersville's history as a major crossroads, and the development of the DuBois County known today. For more information on the Honeyburg Chamber, you can call 812-683-5699, 683-5699. Lieutenant Governor Suzanne Crouch, along with the Indiana Office of Community and Rural Affairs and the Director of Broadband Opportunities, announced Wednesday that 5 rural Indiana communities will receive funding as a part of the Broadband Readiness Planning Grant. A few local communities are among them. Among the 5 recipients receiving funding are the Town of Dale and the English community in partnership with Marengo and Milltown. Greene County and the communities of Bloomfield, Jasonville, Switz City, that is, and Worthington. Crouch says she and Governor Holcomb believe that rural Indiana is the next great economic development frontier, and it is important that they are not leaving rural Indiana and the Hoosiers that call it home behind. She says the grant will help bring high-speed, reliable, and affordable internet to the entire state. Crouch said that each community will receive $50,000 as a part of the Community Development Block Grant Program to develop a plan that will educate, create, and identify ways to improve broadband speeds in their area. The Purdue Center for Regional Development will be assisting the pilot communities and will continue to help the state get Hoosiers out of internet darkness. The funding for the Community Development Block Grant Program comes from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, which is administered by OCRA. A jury reached a verdict of not guilty on all counts in a Gibson County murder trial. That jury deliberated for more than 4 hours Wednesday in the case of 21-year-old Anthony Hoskins. The jury cleared Hoskins of murder, voluntary manslaughter, and reckless homicide. Hoskins was accused of shooting Diplomat Motel manager Stephen Hess in February in Oakland City. Hoskins' attorney says it was self-defense. Hoskins' girlfriend, Emily Eversole, said Hoskins had told her he felt remorse for the shooting. Now, Tuesday night, the Honeyburg City Council listened to Destination Honeyburg's annual report that spoke of the group's activities and renewed the city's annual $20,000 contract with the organization. Executive Director Sarah Flamion says the Destination Honeyburg has hosted several events over the last year, has created the Honeyburg Entertainment Art Recreation Team, and secured $8,000 in grant funding in 2018. Flamion says the organization hopes to continue its current efforts next year, host a community exchange event with the Indiana Office of Community and Rural Affairs, and work on becoming nationally accredited. And Tuesday night, the Honeyburg Council gave final approval for establishing the Public Utility Awareness Compliance Manager as a full-time position. That spot will be held by Kim Howe. The council also created a part-time clerical position that will be filled. An administrative assistant position currently in the utility department will be kept open but not filled. The City of Jasper will be hosting a visioning workshop and launch an interactive mobile display for the Impact Jasper Comprehensive Plan in the coming weeks. Jasper residents are invited to attend the public workshop at the Pavilion in the Parklands between 5:30 and 7 p.m. on Wednesday, September 26th. The city is developing a 10-year comprehensive plan that will identify goals, policies, and action steps to guide the growth and development. Workshop attendees will learn more about the plan, gather information about how to get involved and stay updated, and provide input through various visioning exercises. They will also get to see ideas from local students who recently participated in school assignments that asked them their ideas for the future. The city will also launch an interactive mobile display at the Jasper High School homecoming football game on Friday, September 28th. The mobile display will provide a series of interactive questions to gather input and ideas, as well as provide information about the plan. Following the game, the mobile display will be moved to the Jasper Public Library for October. Jasper-based Kimball International Incorporated has been designated with the Achieve Well 5-star certification through the Wellness Council of Indiana. Kimball was officially honored at the 2018 Indiana Health and Wellness Summit last weekend in downtown Indianapolis. In a release, Chief Administrative Officer Lonnie Nicholson said they are pleased to accept the honor on behalf of the hundreds of employees who participate in their many wellness programs, along with the HR professionals and wellness ambassadors who design and administer their numerous wellness activities and programs. Companies that earn the Achieve Well certification will have established, that is, a corporate culture that encourages and supports employee health through worksite wellness programs. The Wellness Council of Indiana provides an independent assessment of wellness processes through Achieve Well, and the designation is divided into 3 levels: 3-star, 4-star, and 5-star. The standards are progressive through the 5-star award. Kimball International received the 5-star level. The Achieve Well process offers a clear understanding of the necessary components of successful worksite wellness and recognizes excellence in the field of health promotion. The Wellness Council of Indiana provides helpful tools, templates, and personal coaching to aspiring Achieve Well organizations. The Achieve Well assessment and evaluation is available to all organizations in Indiana. The Wellness Council of Indiana is a wholly owned subsidiary of the Indiana Chamber of Commerce. State lawmakers are discussing robocall concerns. They met at the State House in Indianapolis to discuss how to disconnect such calls. Indiana Senior Deputy Attorney General Marguerite Sweeney said some departments are looking at potential solutions. Sweeney told lawmakers that they propose that what they propose is that caller ID would have authentication similar to other software and social media like Twitter, where you get a blue check that is marked to prove that you are really who you are. Indiana's Attorney General's office says they received nearly 4,000 complaints of unwanted calls so far in 2018, with 68% of those being robocalls. Republican State Representative Jeff Ellington is working on a bill that would double penalties for those who break Indiana's Do Not Call. Now stay tuned. Weather, sports, and WJTS Inform with Bridget Bartley talking about sips, samples, and songs coming up at the end of September or in mid-September. We'll have all that coming up on 18 WJTS News.